Welcome to the next video on this series from iQuanta. Now, over here today, we're going to talk about those questions which are asked around cheating, adulteration, water added to milk, or two types of things are added so that the cost becomes lesser and you can cheat the customer and so on. So those type of questions, a couple of questions are always asked in different exams over the years. Now, if I look at the first question, again, these questions I don't believe should be done through concepts. There's really no need to learn any concept or something. Just understand the question and it will be easy to do it if you just apply your regular logic of profit and loss. A shopkeeper mixes rice 40 rupees per kg, costing 40 per kg, with rice costing 60 per kg in the ratio 3:2 and sells the mixture at 60. Find the percentage profit made by him. Here that he could not say there's any cheating or something, but he's mixed something at 40 and he's mixed something at 60 and he's selling it at 60. Okay, so find the profit percentage. I'll discuss a couple of approaches for this question. So we want to find his profit percentage. So first we'll find his cost price, right? So 40 into 3. Suppose he bought 3 kgs over here and 60 into 2. He bought 2 kgs over here. Divide this by 5. So this becomes 120 plus 120. 120 plus 120 is 240. 240 divided by 5 becomes 48. So his average cost price becomes 48 per kg and he's selling at 60. So what is his profit percentage? So cost price is 48, selling price is 60. We want to find profit percentage. So profit is 12 rupees and therefore profit percentage is 12 upon 48 into 100, which will be 1 by 4, which will be 25%. Understand, when we're doing percentage, it does not matter whether you're doing for 1 kg or you're doing for 5 kg or 100 kgs. Okay, it will always remain the same. So answer will be 25%, right? That's an interesting question. In this question, it was not so much about the ratios and everything. It was more about the way the question was constructed. There was one more smart way in which this question can be done, is that the second type of rice which he takes, suppose the one which is costing 60, he sells at 60 only. So therefore, he's making no profit, no loss. So the profit is made only on that 3 parts which he's bought over here. So let's assume he had bought 3 parts, 3 kgs. So his total profit, directly I can calculate, was the rice which he bought at 40, he's selling at 60, which means profit was 20. 20 into 3 is 60 rupees was his profit. Okay, total profit was 60. Again, if I know the total investment, I will need to know the total investment, because even though this 60, he has made no profit, but still the investment will be important. So the investment we knew was 240 rupees. So the profit percentage will be 60 upon 240, which will be 1 by 4, which will come out to be 25%. Okay. So this is one example. We will go into more examples. Let's have a look at the next one. A dishonest dealer mixes water with milk and sells the mixture at a discount of 10% to the cost price of pure milk. If the dealer gains 20% in this transaction, find the percentage of the water added to the milk by the dealer. So let's understand the question first. He's adding water. We don't know how much water, but he's adding water to milk. And then he tells the customer, see, I'm a very nice man. I'm giving you milk at 10% discount to whatever the price of milk is. I'm giving it to you at 10% discount. With all this, he still makes a profit of 20% because he has mixed water. We need to know the percentage of water which he added to milk. So what I would do is, I would say let the quantity of milk be 100 liters and let the cost price of 1 liter milk be 10 rupees, right? Let's assume he bought 100 liters milk from the market and for 10 rupees, right? Therefore, his total cost price became 1000 rupees. Let's leave this over here. Now, let's say how much water has he added? Let's say he has added X liters water. He has added X liters water. So whatever answer I will get for X will be my final answer, because I have assumed milk as 100. So they've asked what percentage of water did he add to the milk. So water added upon milk is the answer we are looking for. So X upon 100, the percentage will be X itself. So X liters water, suppose he has added. So now the total quantity which he has is 100 plus X. That becomes the quantity. And he's selling the milk at 10% discount. He's selling the mixture at 10% discount. So selling price per kg, 10 rupees was the cost price on which he's giving a 10% discount. That means 1 rupee discount. So selling price is 9 rupees per kg or per liter, sorry. And therefore my total selling price becomes 9 into 100 plus X. Leave this also over here. Okay. And he has made 20% profit in the transaction. Don't make the equation for profit, make the equation directly for selling price and cost price. When I make 20% profit, what is the meaning of that? It means that my selling price upon my cost price is 120 upon 100. I'll explain this one more time. When I say 20% profit, it means my selling price upon cost price is 120 upon 100. No need to do unnecessary one more step of profit. This will reduce to 6 upon 5. So we know the selling price is 9 into 100 plus X. And we know the cost price is 1000. This is 6 upon 5. 5 ones are 5, 200s are. Right? 3 twos are 3, 3s are. We can cross multiply. So I'll get 300 plus 3x is equal to 400. And 3x is equal to 100. So x is 33.33 liters. That means 200 liters he's added 33.33 liters. So the answer which we're looking for is 33.33%. Okay. Nice, interesting question. Couple of good approaches over here were first taking the milk as 110 rupees. So the quantity of milk as 100 and the cost is 10. So both the calculations become easy. This cost I will keep changing based on my discount. Suppose if that is given discount is 12.5%, I would have taken this cost price as 8 rupees. So because 12.5% is 1 by 8. Or if they had given the discount as 14.28, I would have taken the cost price as 7 rupees. So that I can keep changing depending on my requirement. I don't blindly take 10 rupees every time. Let's have a look at the next question. A vessel contains 40 liters of milk. 10 liters of milk is replaced by water. This process is repeated one more time. If the final mixture is sold at a cost price of pure milk, find the percentage profit made by the seller. So what do we want to find exactly? How much water is there upon how much milk is there? Because water comes free. So water, this whole, whatever water I add, that will become my profit. Whatever milk will be left will be my cost price because I have to buy only that much milk into 100. So this is what I want to find at the end. Okay, let's start. There was vessel contains 40 liters milk. So he has 40 liters milk, out of which first time he removes 10 liters. So milk remains 30 liters. Here we are also learning a little bit mixtures ka topic. And milk becomes 10 liters. He does the transaction one more time. Now that means when he does it one more time, he removes 10 liters from the whole. He removes 10 liters from the whole. 10 liters of 40 is 25%. 10 liters out of 40 is 25%. That means the amount of milk which will come out will be 25%. The water which will come out will be 25%. There is never a need to calculate the liquid which is coming out and going in. That is water. So don't waste your time calculating water. Only calculate milk. What is 25% of 30? It will be 7.5. That means after the two transactions, the amount of water left will be 22.5. And therefore, automatically, because the total is still 40, milk will be 17.5. Now, for people who just want to understand how the 17.5 came, one is 40 minus 22.5, or the other method would be 10 minus 2.5 plus 10. Because when I remove the mixture, 2.5 water will come out. Replace it with full water. So 10 water is added, comes to 17.5. Now, the profit percentage, all the water is free. So that much is profit, 17.5. Upon milk, that is my cost price, into 100. If I remove this decimal and start reducing to 25, this is 25 sevens are, this is 25 nines are. We should remember from our fractions that 1 by 9 is 11.11. So 27 by 9 will be 77.77. or 77.78. So the approximate answer for this is 77.78%. And that's the profit percentage. Interesting question. It mixed two things. It spoke about mixtures where there was replacement and there was some profit percentage. Let's have a look at the next question. A trader buys tea at 160 per kg. He mixes it with inferior tea, which is costing 100 per kg, in such a way that he earns 25% profit by selling it at 180 per kg. Find the ratio in which the two varieties were mixed. So we need to find in what ratio did we mix them. It's better to start the question reverse. That's a very important trick in this question. The selling price was 180 and the profit was 25%, right? Now, we first want to find his cost price because he has mixed. We want to find the average cost price. So the cost price which I will find over here is the average cost price. Okay. Now, what I explained to you earlier, there's no need to do profit. Whenever selling price is 25%, a profit is 25%. It means my selling price upon cost price is 125 upon 100 or 5 by 4, right? 1 by 4. So profit is 1 by 4. So selling price will become 5 by 4 of the cost price. Selling price I know is 180. Cost price I don't know is 5 by 4. 5 ones are 5, 36 are. And therefore cost price will become 36 fours are 144. So 144 is my average cost price. So I have mixed something at 160 rupees per kg with something at 100 rupees per kg to give me an average of 144. I hope people know allegations. Otherwise, you can refer back to our video on allegation first. 160 minus 144 is 16 and 144 minus 100 is 44. Reduce it with 4. 4 11s are 4 4s are. So the ratio in which you are mixing the two varieties is 11 is to 4. That means you suppose if you took 11 kgs of 160 and 4 kgs of 100 and did this whole thing transaction, you would have made 25% profit. Okay, this question also explains allegations one. So as I said, people who don't know allegations should revise allegations over here. And the ones who really say, let's assume, want to understand a method without allegation, the method will be 160 into x. Suppose x kgs at 160 and y kgs at 100 upon x plus y is 180. If you solve this also, you'll get a ratio between x and y. Sorry, not 180, 144. The average cost price was 144. So you can solve by this method also. If you solve this, cross multiply, get everything on one side, you'll get the same thing. You'll get 16x. So if you solve this out, you get 16x is equal to 44y. And therefore, x upon y is 44 upon 16, which will become 11 upon 4. So again, we've learned profit and loss. We've learned some mixtures and we've learned allegations also in this question. Let's have a look at the next question. A dishonest shopkeeper sells sugar at 20% more than the cost price, but also gives 20% less quantity than what he claims. Now, this is a very interesting one. Okay, so find the profit percentage. A lot of people make mistake over here. They try successive percentage change. They will get answer as 44. They will do 20 plus 20, 40. Everything is wrong. Pay attention very carefully. Okay, now suppose I come to your shop and I've asked for 10 kg sugar. So you have some weighing balance in which you have made some cheating, and because of that, which you give me only 8 kgs. So which means your cost price is only for 8 kgs. So suppose your total cost price for 8 kgs, say at 100 rupees per kg, is 800 rupees. Now, what does your total selling price become? Because you're going to charge me for 10 kg, you give me 20% less than what I asked for. So you will charge me for 10 kg, and instead of this 100, you will also charge me 120, and hence that becomes 1200. So something which was costing you 800 has been sold for 1200. You can calculate profit. Profit is 400 rupees. Profit percentage is profit upon cost price into 100. 1 by 2. Answer is 50%. As I said, lot of people make a mistake in this question. they get answer as 44, 40 because they start using successive percentage change. That's completely wrong. You have to do this very carefully because he gives 20% less than what he customer has paid for. So customer has paid for 10 kgs. He has given the customer only 8. So his cost price has to be calculated only for 8 kgs. With that, we come to the end of this video. I hope you go through these questions really well. They will really help you to understand this topic well. Thank you for watching.